Is one of the most difficult things, or one of the most confusing things that people always find difficult on forex trading. Some people find it very difficult to understand what it means by time frame, and most times they don't really know how to navigate this time frame or how to analyze trade with time frame. But time frame is a very much important factor whenever you are trading on forex. It's very important. So if you don't understand time frame and how it works, you find it very difficult to trade on forex trading. So on this video, I'll be sharing with you guys the way you can analyze your trading with time frame, and how the chart tends to change when you change different time frames. Sometimes when you change a time frame, maybe from 5 minutes time frame to 15 minutes time frame, if you look at it critically, you see that the chart seems to change, and if you're not conversant with the chart, you get a little bit confused with the chart. It looks like they are not the same thing, but all these are the same thing. It's the same chart. Okay, it's not changing, but then it's just that you just change the time frame. So we are going to start with 1 hour time frame. In 1 hour time frame, when you're making analysis, make sure you start with a 1 hour time frame or 4 hours time frame. All these things are longer time frames. It will help you to understand what is previously happening in the market and the present situation of the market. That's the importance of 1 hour and 4 hours time frame. So in 1 hour, I'm placing it in 4 hours time frame. In 4 hours time frame, every single candlestick represents a 4 hours time. Also in 1 hour time frame, every single candlesticks stands for a 1 hour time. Okay, so that's one thing you should know when you are analyzing trade with time frame. In 1 hour time frame, one single candlestick stands for what? 1 hour. It took just 1 hour to form a single candlestick. That's what we mean by time. That's what we mean that you are analyzing with what? 1 hour time frame. Okay, now when you go to your 4 hours time frame, you see that this is the chart we are seeing here. If you look at this critically, automatically you are seeing what is happening in the market. If you look at it critically, you see that this chart is really what is an uptrend. And remember the rules of trading in the market. They say you should not go against the trend. Now when you are going against the trade will go what? Against you, and you are losing your money. So in 4 hours time frame, we are able to understand that the market is what? Is uptrend. Now how do you know the market is an uptrend? We know that market is an uptrend because there is what? Consistent. There is what? A higher highs. This higher high, this higher high, this higher high. Okay, and we're also going to observe another word, higher high. Now this market is going up until it reach this word, this other support. Okay, this market is going to go up until it reach here. Then you cannot think of what? You cannot start thinking that the market may start doing what? May start going down. Once the market reach this support, automatically the market may do what? Start going down. So from here we understand that the market is what? Is an uptrend. Now after knowing that the market is an uptrend, what next do? We now go to our we are done knowing that the market is an uptrend. Okay, then next thing we should do is we'll check our 1 hour time frame. Our 1 hour time frame, if you look at it, you see that it's still what? An uptrend. Now let me show you one thing that always confuse people with chart, with time frames and chart. Let me show you one thing that always confuse people with time frames and chart. Now in 1 hour time frame, you see that this is, let me use this marker to indicate something. In 1 hour time frame, you see that this is the chart here. Look at this and look at this. Okay, now let's remove these things. Let's put it in 1 hour time frame now and see what happens. Let's try to make it bold. I want to know where I tick those things. Okay, I think they are not visible. Okay, let me tick it again. This is this and this. Okay, then it's deleting. Let me try to tick it again and try our 1 hour time frame. Okay, it seems it's not working. Okay, let me just show you guys what I want to do. Now in 1 hour time frame, you see, if you look at this critically, this is the mark, this has reached the support and resistance. So let's remove this and check again. In 1 hour, in 4 hours time frame, the same place I marked is this. Okay, the chart that looks, that same chart that looks more broad, which is this, is the same chart that is this. Okay, so when you place your time frame in 1 hour time frame, it looks more broad, and when you place it in 4 hours time frame, it looks more smaller, but it's the same chart that you are seeing in 1 hour time frame is the same chart you are seeing in 4 hours time frame. But then what's the best concept or the best time frame that you should use to do your trading? For me, I prefer using 15 minutes time frame, or sometimes I go with 10 minutes or 5 minutes time frame. Because reason being, because it helps you to understand faster what is happening in the market as at presently. 4 hours time frame will help you understand what has already happened in the market. But then when you are using a smaller time frame, it helps you to understand what is really happening instantly in the market. Okay, so after analyzing your chart with a longer time frame, I advise you that you trade with a shorter time frame. It will help you to understand what is happening in the market presently. Now we have analyzed with a longer time frame, then we have to go to 15 minutes time frame to understand what is presently happening, or the present situation of the market. Now in the 15 minutes time frame, the market have already passed the, it looks like the chart is changing, but then this long thing, this long support we are seeing here is the same support that we saw in 1 hour time frame that looks a bit broader, and it's still the same support that we saw in 4 hours time frame that looks a bit shorter. Now it is also looking more broad in 15 minutes time frame. So the more you reduce your time frame, the more those things look more broad. So it's not like the chart is changing, it's still the same market strategy or market chart. So it helps you to understand, like I told you people, the shorter time frame helps you to understand what is happening in the market. Now once this trade has reached this support, I advise you to wait a little to make sure that it passed this support level, to make sure that this market passed this support level before you know if you are going for a sell or for a buy. So if you are not careful with this and you want to keep buying, the market may go against your trade. But remember, the long time frame will help you to understand what is happening in the market. and we confirm that the market is an uptrend. So whatever you are doing in this market, trading gold, make sure that so far this situation, so far we are using